folks. Uh, Something really, really interesting here. I don't know if it should have any type of platform or not, but just putting it out there, folks. Scrolling through my YouTube, looking at my usual channels that I'm subscribed to. Checking out Poppy's thing. He's talking about California just passed a law on June 1st that limits the amount of water usage, like 55 gallons a day. That's a big red flag right there to be watched. Uh, then I saw another video by Poppy talking about how what happened what happened to XXX Tentacion should be like a warning to all these other rappers and stuff like that. Then I come across a video by a 15-year-old kid, uh, typical. I forgot the name. That typical Tyler, something like that. It's in my description box, but he's making a claim. He's making a claim that this kid is still alive. Now, I mean, right away I'm like dismissing it as like, okay, yeah, whatever. But as he's talking, he's bringing up some points in between his phone rings and going out of focus and stuff like that. But in between all that, he's bringing up some points. Like, saw a bit of the footage of X's body slumped in the car. Didn't pay too much attention to it because it just, I, it's one of those things where, you don't want to look at that. See a 20-year-old kid slumped in a car fighting for his life, or possibly even already deceased. So I didn't want to look at that. But he's saying that he saw the footage and the tattoo, the signature tattoo that X had on his forehead of a tree wasn't there on the body that was in the car. That's one thing. Then he's saying that the profile picture was changed after he was pronounced dead. Now that sets off a little bell right there. If that's true, if the profile picture was changed after he was deceased, the only way that that could be explained is if somebody else had his password to get on there. Maybe his management team had a password. Maybe his girlfriend had a password or something like that, and maybe they changed it. I mean, so that can't be ruled out. But he's done things in the past that made people believe that he was dead. Like, what was that latest song that he did? "Look at Me." For the video for "Look at Me," he's committing suicide in the video for "Look at Me," hanging from a tree by a noose, drops his cell phone, and then he had to go back on and apologize to the fans and everything and say, look, this was just a video, blah, 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 whatever. So he has, in essence, faked his own death before. So this could be this theory can't be completely ruled out. Unfortunately, it can't be completely ruled out. I mean, I doubt it's a publicity stunt. I Even if X is deceased, which I believe he is, and even if he is, I believe that this kid, typical Tyler, whatever his name is on YouTube, I believe that he believes that X is still alive. But this all remains to be seen. Seems like as he was talking about it on other networks and stuff like that, like Instagram, they pulled it. They pulled his. They like cancel his Instagram live faster than he could even do it himself. So there's no telling what's going on with this stuff. There is no telling what's going on with this stuff, and there may be some validity to this. Quite possibly some validity to it. So there you go. That's out there. Now you could do whatever you will with that bit of information. It's just my own research, skimming through YouTube the way any of you can do. So I'm not rushing to say this is a definite fact or anything like that, but I believe this YouTuber does believe X to still be alive. So if you're gonna yell at somebody, don't yell at me over it. I mean, honestly, honestly, unfortunately, I don't believe that X is alive. And furthermore, my condolences go out to family and close friends of this young man with a promising career. But yeah, if you're into conspiracy theories, now you know there's one on this as well. And Typical Tyler was the first to put it out there. And, well, I put the link in the description box. Check out that video. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, I'd like to talk about other things now rather than tragedy. But I hope whoever looked up to X can look toward him for inspiration, that you're able to turn your life around. And maybe if you jump off on a positive side, not like a negative side like he did, and then, you know, and then get murdered in his car, just when he was turning things around, just when he was turning his life around, opening a foundation for homeless youth, changing the theme of his music, and that sort of stuff. Hopefully you get people that'll jump off their careers on a positive note right from the beginning. I mean, it's too late for a lot of the older cats. It's too late for a lot of the older cats. I'm not even seeing. I'm not even seeing what's going on here. So nobody's commenting. Nobody's coming in on my YouTube live. But that's a typical thing. I mean, I don't expect to have a grand platform over this. I'm not doing this for views or likes or shares or anything like that. But I hope, like I said, whoever looked up to XXXTentacion can get whatever positive messages he put out, which were basically in the last few months of his life, and take that and build their career on that. You know, they don't need to they don't need to focus on the drama that he got sucked into prior to turning his life around. They could focus into that short period between the time he turned his life around and unfortunately his passing. But you know, they could take that little bit of his life that he was doing good at, learn something from that. Uh, meanwhile, meanwhile, I have church to attend tonight. It's Thursday. I'm part of this program called Celebrate Recovery. It's a Christ-centered organization. It's a Christ-based program, and it does a lot of good for me. I've been doing a lot less Facebook rants than I used to. It also helps that I don't go on Facebook on an empty stomach because I get like hangry. You see a lot of hangry posts up there, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight at Trinity Tabernacle, and I enjoy it. It's a good vibe, nice bunch of people there that are all recovering from something. Me, it's from past drama and like a rage that like built up inside of me. I thought I'd be able to do it through the music, uh, having the platform to shout obscenities at the crowd and call them song lyrics, as I always say. But I think surrounding myself with a happier crowd, a more peaceful crowd, that actually does a lot for me. And my respect for the church and for God has always been with me. I mean, Lord knows I've done a lot of swearing and stuff like that, and but I've had the decency to never do that in front of a church or in a church, to be respectful. So taking that with me, taking that level of respect with me to church, surrounding myself with a bunch of, more upbeat, more positive people, it's a good vibe. So, anyway, rest in peace. Rest in